Hey everybody, it's Miss A, and I am here with an expectation video for our Hispanic Heritage Month project. So I wanted to start off with logging into Office and accessing shared documents, and then going into the PowerPoint so I can show you how to do animation and transitions, and then also sharing different what's needed to complete the project. So you need to go to office.com, and in here you will sign in. So I'm going to do switch to other user, and it does ask for email address. The email address is the student lunch number at hcps.net, and then you hit enter, and it will say that it's redirecting you to your page. And then when it redirects you to the page, it'll come up on the right-hand side with Hillsborough County Schools, and you'll sign in like you would for iReady. I have mine here like this. So we want to access shared documents. So I shared a document with you guys today that was country websites. So it was acceptable websites that would provide factual information about these different countries. So you click on the OneDrive, and then you would go to shared, and you click on that button, and the very last thing that was shared with you will come up. So the very last thing comes up for me is here. For you guys, it should come up with country websites. So I'm going to go into my recent documents, because you want to access things that you did recently, and it should be the things that you accessed the most recently. And here's that country websites, and it has every country that was listed, and it's got a few websites, 2, 3, some even have 4, that have facts that could be used to create your PowerPoint. So we should go into the PowerPoint. Let me go ahead and let's look at the rubric real quick here. So here is, that's kind of hard to read. Here is the rubric. So it starts off, this is Hispanic Heritage Month Cultural Project Rubric. And then there are criteria. There are maximum slides, or 10 slides, which equals about 5 minutes, give or take. There should be an introductory slide with a heading and the country's official name that is easily read. Pictures of the following. So the little clovers there show what there should be pictures of, and then also it addresses what typing should be there. It's not a whole lot of typing, but it is to gain some factual information. So a map of the country with the capital clearly marked, and they should talk about the capital. You know, where's this country located? Because there are several of them that are located in Central America and South America, but there's actually one that's located in Africa. And then obviously say that whatever the capital is. The next one is with the flags, and then it should have the meaning of the colors or information about the flags. If you can't find the meaning of the colors, information about that flag, maybe when it was adopted, or what does the symbols mean that are on there. A traditional authentic dish. So a picture of their authentic dish, like for Puerto Rico, I think mofongo is an authentic dish from there. A picture of it and a description. You know, what is in it? Why is it authentic to there? Why do they make it? Is it made for special purposes? You know, I'm Italian, and we have the Feast of Seven Fishes for Christmas, and that's an authentic dish. And, you know, not that I participate in it because I'm not really a fish fan, but that's, you know, it is served around the holiday time, because they, for Lent, they usually give up red meat. All right. The country's currency. So they could talk about the currency, like we could talk about our money has different presidents on it. They have different values. We have coin money, we have cash money, and it used to be based on gold and silver prices. The people. We could talk about the people. You know, family sizes, maybe how they have multiple generations that live in houses, or how they live. Then we have traditions. So tradition could be like Christmas, or a festival that they have, or, you know, we celebrate 4th of July, we shoot off fireworks, something to that extent. And you'll talk about that. A few sentences, not a lot, and I'll show you an example in just a moment. We have the population, so talking about the current population, maybe how it increases, or giving us maybe a timeline. All right, hey everybody, this is a second video on expectations. My phone for some reason is only recording a few minute videos. The last one is a reflections slide. This one should be about a paragraph. It isn't a picture. Basically, what did you learn about this country? Oh wait, sorry, I missed the one that says how does this country impact Florida? On this paper, and I will show you the website, we'll get to it, where it actually talks about the breakdown of Hispanic cultures within Florida, so that we can talk about the Florida impact with that culture. So all slides should have the website in which you obtain the information from, so that should be on the slide, and I haven't added it to mine yet, but I will. You should organize your presentation sentence to match the orders of these slides. So just put the slides in order the way they are. The self-assessment rubric must be completed. And then here are a few websites. Fact Monster, and then the one that says Florida Trend. That one actually talks about, it breaks down different counties in Florida by different Hispanic cultures. And we can look at that one in just a moment. And then there's a list of obviously all the countries. On the back is the rubric, and the children should be checking off on the rubric when they have completed these items, and when they turn it in to me on Friday, they should have that middle column, the self-assessment column, completely filled out with the score that they think they earn, because they are going to share it with me on Office, and then I'll review them and I'll fill out the rubric and I'll submit it. And then I'm going to pick 2 or 3 to share, because we don't have exactly that much time, and we have been practicing sharing out loud, so it's not necessary that we have everybody share every project. It would take us a little bit too long. But they should have the self-assessment portion filled out. And as you can see, it goes over, it does have an oral presentation part. They might be presenting it to their group of peers on a laptop. So it's not necessarily to the whole class, but it would be with a group of peers. Neatness, obviously, and if it's clearly or easily read, which means is the font size big enough? You don't want it too small where they can't read it. Oral presentation, were they complete sentences? Please pay attention to red lines and green lines that that PowerPoint brings up, because that tells you that there's some type of error. Are all sentences spoken clearly? And that's where I'll be listening in. Are they speaking clearly enough so that their group can hear them? Is it organized? If they follow the front part and do it in the order in which they have it, be good. Animation and transition. So is there some type of animation, or there's transition between slides and animation on the slide? And I'll show you what that looks like. Self-assessment rubric was filled out, and then there's that introductory slide. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's look at a PowerPoint. So we had to talk about those introductory slides. So we have, and the title could just be the state name, or the country name, excuse me. And then you have your name and the date that you started it. So transition, you come up here to transition, or actually let me do an animation first. So I want to do an animation on here. You click here. And I want that to appear. So when I turn on my slide, and it's literally as simple as that. When I turn on my slide, they would have to click through and it would appear. That's animation. And it's as simple as that. You just click on the box or the picture or the image or whatever you want to appear, or not appear, but that you want to apply the animation to. You click on animation. It comes up with basically the most popular ones, but you can click down and there is a whole slew of different options. And then transitions are transitions between the slides. So I'm going to go to here, and let's say I want to do the push-up. So I click on that, and then in between, where's that little button? I can't see. It's kind of hard with my phone like this. In between, so there is my animation. And did it apply? Oh, I don't think it applied. Let me look here. All right, let's see if the transition, okay, it says it's on there, so let's see. Oops. Okay. I'm having a little issue here. Hold on. Alright, so let me go here. Let me click on this slide. Alright, so here's the first page where it talked about a map of the country with the capital clearly marked. And then I literally have map of Nicaragua. Nicaragua is a country in Central America. The capital is Managua. And I would put the website or the book or wherever I obtain this information from underneath here. That could be small. Oops, I've got it in PowerPoint presentation portion. That can be smaller than the text that we have for what you would read out loud. So they, it looks different. It doesn't have to be as big, but this, you see how it's clearly readable from a distance. And then I would add in the website or the book, whatever it is that I was gathering this information from. And again, I did send you a page of websites related to each country. And then you would just continue to do each slide. So here's my next one, and this one's related to the flag, and I found the flag that was in the shape of the country, and it has a symbol here. So when I go to write about this one, I'm going to talk about the adoption date. So when did they adopt this flag, and what does the symbol within the middle mean? That's kind of how I would address this particular thing, and I would put the website again. So the expectations are on the front of their rubric. This is what is needed. And there is the website for how does this country impact Florida. The website right there, floridatrend.com/print/article/15517. That one talks about the countries and the makeup. And I think the next one too, pewhispanic.org/states/state/Florida. Those talk about the percentage of of people that come from certain backgrounds, Hispanic backgrounds. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is I believe, the third video. Thanks for watching.